All right, we're back live from the shed. We're episode 2. I'm so excited about this. I can't. First of all, when I was like, "Who do you want next?" I was like, "Well, I would like this guy," and everybody was like, "Yeah," little chuckles. I was like, "Let me ask." He's probably saying he'll tell me to fuck off, and then we'll move on. We'll go on to I don't know. We'll get Justin Silver or somebody. So I asked him. First of all, I had to get his number from somebody.
Right.
But I got some good cigars. So let's light these bats up while we're talking about this.
But I literally, like, I'll be in New York and I'm smoking a cigar and a guy will come up and start asking me about it.
I know.
He goes, "What are you smoking?" I go, "I'm smoking my own fucking business." You know what I mean? Back off a little bit.
Look at these bad boys.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Those are
Nice.
Cuban, baby. I got these in Belgium.
So these are illegal. Somebody could come in and kick open the door.
Yeah.
Bust this.
Yeah.
I like the attitude.
They wouldn't have to kick open this shed, though. I hope they would just open it because it's kind of flimsy. You married?
Yeah, I'm married, and I had my kids when I was, young. I was in my 20s, so I was always trying to figure out how to, balance both of those things.
Yeah.
And
do you think that weighed into you saying, "Let me just go on the radio and get a steady paycheck"?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
And you live in the city now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never been invited over.
I never invited anybody over.
No one comes to your house.
Fez.
Fez came to your house. Mm-hmm. No shit.
Fez was literally part of my family, and is still part of my family.
No shit.
Like, people don't realize, like, how close Fez and my kids were. He was like an aunt to them.
No shit.
But I'm telling you when I say that because he was always on.
Yeah.
Always on, even more than he was on the radio.
Yeah.
One of the best shows I ever did was Creeps with kids. And I'll
Yes.
tell you why.
Yes.
I thought I had a unique parenting style. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And it's not different than yours. It's
Yeah.
not different than Florentine's.
Yeah.
It's not different than Voss and Bonnie. And that was crazy to me.
I think mine's a little different than Florentine's and Voss.
Why? Why?
I don't let my kids swear and say "fuck you" or "you suck" or "you're an idiot."
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Even like you got my number now. That's a burner phone. That goes out the fucking window on the way home.
I'm not gonna call. I'm not gonna fucking call. I will not call you.
I'm gonna take the worry out of that. Forget about it. Burner phone goes out the window.
I won't use
What
it.
would we do if we hung out together? What's your plan?
This.
Yeah.
If I hung out with you, it would probably just be smoking a cigar, maybe having a little food or something, right? Mm-hmm. And philosophizing. That's it.
That's what we're doing here, though.
That's what we're doing here. Yeah, it would probably just be the same shit, but it would be funny, but interesting. I find here's the problem with you.
Yeah.
Is that
Well, this is great. I want to hear the problem with me.
this is the problem with you, is that you're who you are. People want to be around. You understand? Mm-hmm. Patrice had it. Yeah. Some guys have that thing where when they come around, people want to be around you. People want to hang with you. So to be to live the way you live, where you just show up when all right, there's a gig, I'll be there, and then I'm gonna leave. It's kind of like people are like, hey, and I don't know if it's because you don't hang out or you don't do those things that people want to, be around you more. But I think it's because of who you are. People want to. You
know who had that?
Who?
Jesus. Jesus would do his show.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Do you even know where Jesus lives?" No one did.
You say that jokingly.
Yeah.
But if we were back in Jesus times, if we were just in robes with our balls hanging out right now, I guarantee you could start a fucking cult. And you were a comic first before you did radio.
I was a comic, and I'd started a club down in Florida.
What was the club then?
It was in Clearwater, and I was doing kind of a Barry Crimmins thing.
Really?
You know what I mean? Where I would have that club, and then what they did in radio, there was we would go around on Fridays to different places, and I went to this rock and roll station with my comics, and would do Fridays. And the guy said to me, he goes, "Why don't you?" The PD says, "Why don't you just come in without the comics? The comics kind of suck." People don't realize this. Comics were pretty bad on the radio pre-podcasting. Yeah. After podcasting, everybody learned to be funny in a conversation. Right. But before that, they would come in and really try to shoehorn.
The jokes.
Yeah, the jokes. So the guy said, come back Fridays by yourself. He goes, you plug as much as you want, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes, you know what? Come in Thursday and Friday. Plug as much as you want. Added a Monday. And by the time a book came out, we had really, really big numbers in like 18 to 34-year-old
You
men.
with this other guy.
Yeah, me
So
with...
it was almost like what an Opie did with an Anthony.
Right, but with the, I think Opie kind of went out looking for an Anthony, and we just kind of, there was a guy
just
on the
happened.
radio and another guy, and here's a topic, and it just happened. And this was, this was a day that you didn't have to do too much to be a shock jock. Right.
People just fuck in Florida.
Yes.
I get scared when I go to Florida. It's a fuck, I mean, you go to these shows. I go to these shows, and it's just these hot couples.
Right.
Like, what are you doing after the show?
Yes.
Where you go? Want to come back to our
Yes.
house? What? Yeah, we live on a golf course. What? My uncle, he has a pet alligator and a cigarette butt.
You're not even slightly exaggerating. That's exactly Florida. My mother-in-law has been down there retired, and she says, I really don't like the golf course. This isn't a retirement village. She goes, because everyone gets so high. All the people who retired, the old dudes, they just get fucking wasted all day.
They get guns and pot
Yes.
and fuck.
Right.
It's a crazy place.
Yeah.
So you're down there. You're doing theaters, 2,000-seat theaters.
Yeah.
Selling them out.
Yeah.
If I was still out there fucking off and I was in this business, I don't think I would make it. In the midst of it, you walked away. That takes some character.
No.
No?
No, man. I don't think so.
Really?
I think it was the exact opposite of character. I think it was maybe looking to go, where's this fucking going?
Right. Yeah.
It's going nowhere, man. It's
There's musicians out there that have studios in their apartment.
But if let's suppose FX picked this up.
Yeah.
They would go, all right, here's who we want you to book. Here's the kind of questions we want you to ask. I want you to have a gotcha moment.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're not doing the show that you set out to do.
What?
Why do you feel judged? People always feel judged. They can't say what they love. I'm glad that you love anything. I think that's great. I think the fact that Kelly Clarkson and Bon Jovi are your two favorite acts.
No.
fantastic.
Say, no, this is what you do great. This is what you
No, I'm really,
Listen,
I'm not so happy.
This is what you do great.
Yeah.
You should have been a lawyer. You should have been a defense attorney. Literally, you would have got everybody off. You're back up.
Yes, I'll be here next season.
You heard it right here, live from the shed. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a member of my channel. I hope you enjoyed the show. The great Ron Bennington. We'll see you guys next time from Live from the Shed.